Welcome, everyone. Continuing with week 6, we are going to look at governance. And in particular, we're going to examine this week organizational theory, change, motivation, and other ideas that relate to how we govern, not just the way it looks on paper or in the different theories we have studied to guide us. So some of this will be somewhat of a repeat, as you may have used some of these terms in your own essays to describe your school. However, we will build on what you have already learned and expand what is included in the concept of governance so that we can understand what it is, how it relates not only within our schools, but across our schools and in our different dioceses throughout the country, and how we relate with one another. It also relates to the community structures across schools and how different dioceses relate to one another as a global Catholic network within the United States. There's a lot that goes into running a school, running a diocese, and it gives us pause for thought. It should give us pause for thought, and it should give us a lot of gratitude. Think back to what you read about the history of Catholic schools in your class in the Foundations of American Education and the struggles that the early priests and sisters had in getting schools started and built. And so it gives us pause for thought to see how far we have come. We will look a little bit at those Common Core standards that some public schools and dioceses do use, may already have adopted, may already have eliminated, may have adapted to their own particular needs. It is not my job to look at what every state does, but knowing the broad sweep, then you can look at what does your state do and what does your diocese do. We will look at those Catholic benchmarks that I mentioned. How are they similar and how are they different from the Common Core guidelines? And why is there controversy? The benchmarks were devised by the National Catholic Education Association to give us a solid foundation that is based on our Catholic faith. And so they will eliminate some of the issues that have been controversial in the Common Core standards. Later on, I will be sending an announcement about the fall break. We really only have a 3-day weekend. And just so you know, I have yet to discover how to give just a Monday off. I mentioned this earlier. And so I will still post at the beginning on a Monday holiday. You can take the day off, but your work is still due the following Sunday by 11:59. But just taking a look and recognizing how that works. But what I do also is I take Labor Day and Columbus Day and Thanksgiving. We have 3 days that week. And instead of giving you 1 day here and 1 day there, which you can take, but instead of giving those to you, this is my class. This is not a university policy, but I take those 2 days and those 3 days, and I do not have class with you during Thanksgiving week. I feel that by taking those days and giving you a whole week of Thanksgiving, hopefully you have time for your loved ones, your family and friends to give thanks, to share. But it also allows you then to use the Thanksgiving week, both in school and out of school, to get caught up, to look ahead, to start working on your final exam. But there will be no new discussion during that week, and there will be no new readings during that week. So just to give you an idea, projecting ahead, it's down the road, it's not tomorrow, but I like for people to understand, why I do some of the things that I do. I am looking forward to working with you again. I enjoy your energy and the depth with which you enter into the discussions. It's a joy. The governance essays, another joy. They're taking a little longer. They will take a little longer for me to mark because they are so in depth. But I will get them back to you in a reasonable amount of time. I feel you've put a lot of time into them. You deserve me to put time into reading them, reflecting on them, and grading them. Please remember that the governance essay and the final exam should be uploaded into your portfolio once you receive them back from me with their grades. They are the two graded papers for this course that need to be put into your portfolio. If you can do it, it's a good idea as you go through the program, course by course, those final graded papers or those special graded assignments that you're told about. Once you get them back with the grade, whatever the rubric is, every professor does something different. But once you get them back graded, put them right into the portfolio. Keep a copy for yourself, but put them in the portfolio so you're not looking for them in a year and a half and wondering what happened to them. If they're gone, they're gone. So again, I like to give you some helpful hints so you're not caught in the jam closer to the end of the program. So again, I hope you have a great week. I look forward to continuing to work with you on the discussion board. Maybe see some of you online on Tuesday and Thursday evenings. And I wish you a very fruitful, enjoyable week. God bless you, and see you soon.